Hey again, besties, and welcome back to the channel. The Stardew modding community is still at it with its never-ending creativity, and this lineup of new gems are just a small example of that. Week after week, talented creators keep dropping fresh, inventive, and downright delightful mods that make me fall in love with this game all over again. It's incredible. And this week, I had to do something I don't love doing. I had to knuckle down and clean out my mod folder. You know the drill. Scroll through the massive list, say a fond farewell to the mods that you haven't touched in months, and make some precious digital space for some shiny new arrivals that you fully intend to use. But honestly, it's kind of a good problem to have. It means my valley never gets stale, and there's always something new to discover. Today I've got 8 brand new Stardew Valley mods that just hit Nexus, and they include everything from new furniture and crafts to gorgeous visual overhauls and clever gameplay additions. Whether you're a seasoned mod holder like myself, or just dipping your toes into modding, I promise there's something here that will spark your curiosity and earn a spot in your ever-growing folder. If you're as hyped about new mods as I am, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. It really helps the channel more than you know, and supports these deep dives and keeps me hunting down the best of the best. I upload videos every Thursday and Saturday. Now, let's jump into the mods. I stumbled upon Jona's Potted Strawberry by Jona while browsing Nexus recently, and it's such a simple, delightful little mod that I had to include it in this lineup. You know how the vanilla game has garden pots, but you can only grow a limited selection of crops in them? This mod adds a charming new potted strawberry crop that you can place anywhere, on your porch, your greenhouse, or along your garden paths. What I love most about this mod is that it's purely for the aesthetic. They behave just like vanilla strawberries, but they're so much cuter to look at. These potted plants look so adorable with their little green leaves and the promise of bright red berries. And when they're ready to harvest, you still get the regular vanilla strawberries. It doesn't add any overpowered new items or break the game's economy. It just adds that perfect, cozy finishing touch for anyone who wants their farm to feel like a lovingly curated space. For us decor-obsessed players, this mod is a tiny but wonderful way to make every corner of the valley feel alive and beautiful. Sometimes the biggest headaches in a heavily modded Stardew Valley aren't even the expansions or the complex new machines and items they come with. Sometimes, it's the simple, frustrating little annoyances that we experience from time to time. For me, one of my biggest annoyances was watching my poor NPCs literally merge into each other during festivals. I have so many custom NPCs from mods like Scarp, Stardew Valley Expanded, Ridgeside Village, and so much more, that my festivals were beginning to look less like a charming town gathering and more like a glitched out mess of overlapping sprites. It was immersion-breaking and genuinely disappointing to look forward to an event, only to see Pierre awkwardly standing inside of Jona. That's where the wonderfully practical Festival Nudge mod by Spider Buttons really comes in and saves the day. This mod is a godsend for anyone with a crowded, NPC-packed save file like mine. It doesn't add any new items or mechanics to the game, but it does something that's equally valuable to me. It brings order to the chaos during those seasonal festivals we know and love. Festival Nudge subtly, automatically, and intelligently repositions villagers during festival days to prevent those awkward overlaps. You won't even notice it's working, and that's the beauty of it. You'll simply arrive at the Egg Festival or the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies, and be greeted by a beautifully organized crowd, with every character standing in their own space, exactly where they should be. No more clipping and overlapping, just a clean and immersive Pelican Town experience. If you have a bustling, heavily modded valley, trust me, this is one of those essential utility mods you'll be grateful for every single festival. Creative Neighbors by Jona is an adorable add-on for the Alternative Textures mod that turns the simple act of receiving a paint bucket and brush into a charming, immersive in-game experience. Instead of just buying the Alternative Textures painting tools directly from Robin, this mod makes you feel like a true part of the community. After you've settled in and met some of the friendly faces around Pelican Town, your creative neighbors will start sending you housewarming gifts to help you customize your new home. It's such a small touch, but it transforms a standard mod tool into something that feels earned and organic, as if your new neighbors are encouraging you to put your own personal stamp on your farm. Again, this mod is super simple, but it's just too charming and cute. I just had to talk about it in the video. Creative Neighbors is the perfect little addition for anyone who loves a more story-driven approach to modding and wants their world to feel warm and interconnected. It's always a treat to find a mod that expands on one of the game's most underutilized elements. This mod implements artisan goods and recipes for flowers in the most beautiful way. I'm talking about Bloom Again, Flower Crafting and Recipes by Oh Hi It's Lunette. This mod breathes new life into the flowers we so often overlook by introducing a central piece of equipment, the flower press. It's a new artisan machine that lets you take any foraged or homegrown flower and turn it into a pressed flower. The pressed flower opens up a gateway to new creations, and in my opinion, it's a wonderful way to start your crafting journey. You can use pressed flowers to craft a variety of beautiful and useful items, including new artisan goods and decorative objects. But the real magic is right in our kitchen. The mod adds several new food recipes that call for pressed flowers, turning your botanical halls into delicious buff-granting meals for your farmer, including floral lattes, flower chips, and floral cookies and cakes, which you can learn from Evelyn. What's even better is that the flower press is designed to work with any flower, including those added by other mods. So all those new flowers I added using Quaint Living Flower Garden and Cornucopia More Flowers, you can press them, cook with them, and create new artisan goods just like you can with your vanilla flowers. For those of us who have a deep appreciation for flower-based gameplay, Bloom Again feels like a natural and delightful extension of the valley's ecosystem. It gives you more of a reason to grow a wider variety of blooms throughout the year, and rewards you for your efforts with both aesthetic and culinary payoffs. If you're like me and absolutely love the immersive feeling of watching your favorite villagers change with the seasons, then you are going to adore sweet visuals for Scarp, Seasonal Portraits and Sprites. This charming collaboration by Heart of Flowers, Vicky Cherry, and Dolphin is Not a Fish is a labor of love designed to make the wonderful characters of the Scarp expansion feel even more alive and connected to the world around them. What this mod does best is it makes the NPCs of Scarp look more vanilla-like, from their sprites to their portraits. It also provides seasonal outfits for each NPC as well, rather than wearing the same outfit all year long. Every NPC in the neighborhood gets beautiful, seasonal-specific sprites and portraits. You'll see them bundling up in cozy coats for the winter, enjoying the blossoms of spring, and everything in between. It's a relatively simple concept, but the impact on immersion is massive. For anyone who has built a bustling community with the residents of Scarp, this mod is sweet and does an excellent job of further integrating these charming characters into the game. If you're someone who enjoys decorating with PIF mods, those wonderful personal indoor farm mods that let you add extra rooms, greenhouses, bathrooms, or cozy balconies right inside your farmhouse, well, finding the perfect doors for your rooms can be half the fun sometimes. WSilenceW's vintage-style doors adds 8 brand new doors with a gorgeous old-world charm that fits beautifully into any themed build. These doors were designed with versatility in mind. You can simply hang them on your wall as a decorative piece of furniture, adding a touch of vintage elegance to any room, or you can use them as entrances to your PIF rooms. Each door can be placed on your walls and used as a functional gateway to any PIF space you have currently installed. You can purchase all 8 doors directly from Robin's shop, or if you have the in-game furniture catalog, they'll be available there as well. It's a small but wonderfully creative addition for anyone who loves to create every detail of their farmhouse aesthetic. Being able to match the door to the mood of the room, whether it's a dark, mysterious library or a bright, airy sunroom, is such a satisfying touch, and this mod delivers exactly that kind of personalized flair. When you think of unique cuisine, what comes to mind? It hadn't even occurred to me until I saw this mod that my main save was severely lacking in Greek cuisine specifically. The Greek Cuisine mod by Mina means is a small but mighty addition that fills a delicious void I never even knew my main save had. This lovely mod adds 8 brand new Greek recipes to your cooking collection, each one bursting with flavor and, more importantly, unique enough to make me genuinely curious. I found myself looking up the real-life versions of these dishes, wondering what they tasted like and how they translated into pixelated perfection. The mod is wonderfully straightforward. All the recipes are currently unlocked by default, so you can jump right in and start cooking up a storm the moment you have the right ingredients. It's a perfect little flavor boost for us farmers who are always on the hunt for new things to cook and love to see our in-game kitchen reflect the rich diversity of world cuisine. It's a simple way to turn a Tuesday night in the valley into an international feast. For this final segment, let's go over a mod that will make your farm buildings look like they came straight out of Peter Rabbit book. I've been eagerly awaiting something like this, and Quaint Living Buildings by Platinum Cats is the perfect way to wrap things up. After seeing their gorgeous fence redesign in the Quaint Living series, I knew I would be in for a treat with their take on the buildings themselves, and gosh, they definitely don't disappoint. This wonderful mod completely reimagines the look of your farm, transforming the standard sterile structures into a charming, overgrown, English cottage-inspired farmhouse. They feature roofs draped with vines and semi-wild flowers climbing the wall, creating that enchanting lived-in feeling that makes you want to stay inside on a rainy day. The first release includes beautiful seasonal retextures for the farmhouse, the silo, and shipping bin, ensuring that your home looks perfectly cozy no matter the time of year. And in the fall, the beautiful autumn leaves on the building fit in perfectly with the seasonal vibe. Platinum Cats has poured so much love into this mod so far, and has really captured such a beautiful aesthetic of an old, semi-wild countryside homestead, and honestly, it absolutely shines through. The best part? Platinum Cats plans to expand this mod further, eventually creating retextures for most, if not all, of the remaining buildings on your farm. If you're looking to start a fresh, cozy playthrough, or just give your existing save a gorgeous overgrown makeover, this mod is a perfect send-off for today's video. It's a beautiful reminder that sometimes the best way to make a place feel like home is to let nature take over. And that's a wrap on our tour of 8 brand new Stardew Valley mods that just hit Nexus. From adorable potted strawberries and festival nudges, to blooming flower crafts and cozy English farmhouses. I hope you found a few gems to breathe new life into your own game. The creativity of this community never ceases to amaze me, and I'm already excited to see what they come up with next. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay in the loop on new Stardew mods, cozy farm let's plays, and all things Stardew, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. It truly makes a huge difference and helps the channel more than you know. Which mods are you most excited to try out from today's lineup? Be sure to let me know in the comments section below. I read every single one of your comments and love talking mods with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay cozy and keep those mods updated, my friends. And as always, happy farming!